TTJ Tech.
That's right, everybody. It is Matt Volbrecht coming at you with just a quick little video from
TTJ Tech
of www.ttjtech.net. Yeah, we're not doing the whole usual fanfare here. This is just a really quick opinion video. You know, we are fast approaching the awesome upcoming course iPad for all computing. We're very, very excited about it. It's going to take place virtually via Zoom beginning Monday, March 7th, 2022 at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. If you wish to register for that course, remember that you can send an email to support@ttjtech.net. That's support@ttjtech.net. As you know, we have already shared I am a huge fan of the 10.2-inch iPad. That is the 8th or even 9th generation iPad now. And we're going to have some more videos coming up in addition to our usual Friday episodes, which will sort of, build up the hype and excitement and talk more about the iPad and all of those things. But one of the things we talked about in our review video was the accessories, including the first generation Apple Pencil, which is the one that's designed to work with that particular 8th and 9th generation iPad, and actually even the 6th and 7th generation, truthfully. They are often charged, the battery in the Apple Pencil is often charged by plugging the Apple Pencil into the Lightning port on your iPad. And so what you got to do is you got to remove the little cap from the bottom of the pencil and connect it then to the Lightning connector on your iPad. This has been the source of much humor. People have, I think disdain is too strong of a word, because most of the reviews of the Apple Pencil are extremely favorable, and people agree that it's the best drawing device that there is, and they love that first gen Apple Pencil. But when they get to the charging of the Apple Pencil, it's just kind of like, because they say it's so bizarre to have a pencil sticking out the bottom of your iPad, right? And so the comments on this range from almost jokingly mocking of the pencil to curiosity as to why Apple had designed it that way in the first place, to amazement that they haven't made the 10.2-inch iPad compatible with the second generation Apple Pencil, which charges by resting against the side of the iPad. Look, I don't share these thoughts about how it is. I don't share the idea that it's weird, okay? Yeah, perhaps at first glance to see an Apple Pencil sticking out of the bottom of your iPad might seem a bit unusual. But there are a few things to keep in mind, and most of the reviewers do not ever give this any acknowledgement. For one thing, this is not the only way to charge your first generation Apple Pencil. If you look in that box that the pencil came in, you'll find a couple of little accessories. One of them is a replacement Apple Pencil tip, in case you need that, because they will wear out eventually, or might. And two is a little adapter. What you do is you take the cap off the bottom of your Apple Pencil, which you have to do anyway to charge it, and then you plug the adapter instead of your iPad into the bottom of the pencil. Now what it's done is it's made it so that you can actually use a lightning cable, any of the many lightning cables you probably have already plugged in throughout your home, to charge it. So you can use that method of charging it, a standard lightning cable. You don't have to plug it into the bottom of your iPad. There is another option for those who really care about it. Now, let's go a step further with this. The plugging it into the bottom of the iPad really isn't that big of a deal because the pencil charges so quickly. After all, within less than a minute, you get enough of a charge to use it for a while. And if you want to, fully charge it, it really doesn't take long at all. It's not a big deal. You can let it just, sitting there, continue working on your iPad or doing whatever it is that you need to do. And provided you don't have it somewhere where you or someone else are going to easily bump it and, knock it out of the iPad's lightning port, you're going to be just fine. It really is not that big of a deal. And, in addition to that, I want to say that it does provide the added convenience that, for example, the Logitech Crayon lacks. Because the Logitech Crayon is also a fantastic device for those who maybe don't want to spend quite as much on a pencil, or maybe, with little kids who they think might easily lose or break the pencil or drop it or something. The Crayon is more rugged. It's metal. We talked about it, I believe, in that review as well. But it has to be charged using a lightning cable. That's the only way to charge the Crayon. So which is actually more convenient? If you're in the car, you don't want to have to worry about plugging the drawing device into the car's electrical receptacle. Well, it's so easy. You just take this pencil, plug it right into the bottom of your iPad while somebody else is driving, of course, and within a few minutes you're drawing again, So it really is convenient. Now, sure, maybe the second gen Apple Pencil and its method of charging against the side of the iPad is a bit more palatable for some folks. Okay, I can see where you're coming from. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but sure, I can understand where you're coming from on that. But the next thing I'm hearing from these folks who make fun of this is well, not only is it bizarre to do it that way with the first gen, but also the second one is so much easier to transport, and carry around with you. And I got to stop you right there. I really do. Would you really do that? Okay. And that's not a slam against the build quality of anything or the trustworthiness of the iPad's magnetic side. But would you really do that? If you're getting on a plane, a train, a bus, going into an airport, restaurant, hotel, coffee shop, business meeting, whatever it might be, outside in the park, anywhere, would you really put your $129 second generation Apple Pencil on the side of the iPad and trust that that's going to be enough to make you feel comfortable? Because I wouldn't. And when I used an iPad Pro, I had a separate little leather pouch designed for the Apple Pencil. The first generation one, what I do with it is the iPad goes into an iPad leather sleeve. Now that sleeve, I must admit, was never marketed as being designed for, built for, or compatible with even the 10.2-inch iPad, but it absolutely is, because the 10.2-inch iPad shares the same general build, body, frame, chassis, whatever you want to call it, as that other device that it was designed for. And so what you end up with is this, basically this gorgeous, mine's product red. My wife has a tan, I think a taupe one, they call it, leather pouch, the sleeve that the whole iPad goes in. And in the top of that sleeve is a place specifically designed to hold the Apple Pencil. It reminds you of like a business meeting folder that somebody might carry under their arm, but this is much thinner because it doesn't have a whole bunch of papers in it and so forth, right? So it's a beautiful thing. As I said, if you can get your hands on one, I'll be honest, I don't know how easy that will be now because that was never really, marketed to go along with this iPad for whatever reason. But I'm telling you, it's one way or another, I would always want to carry my Apple Pencil in something separate. And there are plenty of cases out there available in the Apple Store as well as Best Buy and other places that specifically are designed. I don't mean necessarily cases for the whole iPad, but just cases designed for the Apple Pencil, and then you can just stick it in your bag. The Crayon, I don't mind just putting right in my briefcase because it is metal. It is a bit more rugged. So, different option. But I made this video just to say that while I certainly believe that every reviewer is entitled to, and every person is entitled to his or her own opinion, I'm not trying to criticize anybody, and I certainly can appreciate a joke as much as anybody. I think the jokes about the first generation Apple Pencil are just wearing a bit frayed because I don't believe they are deserved. The Apple Pencil, as those same reviewers will also say, is the best drawing device out there, and it truly does complement the iPad for anybody who wants to use it. So there you go, my friends. Just a little bit of a rant, but in a positive way. Just enjoying talking about this great accessory and this great iPad. So we want to thank you for listening today. Now, before we part ways for the moment, do remember to please leave a like, leave a comment if you have one, subscribe to our channel, and then don't forget to hit that bell so that you'll never miss a thing that we do. All right? And with new episodes of the TTJ Tech Show coming every Friday, plus interspersed some other ones here about the iPad and other things, as I said, as well as episodes coming for the TTJ Family Talk and the TTJ Science Show, we've got lots and lots for you to look forward to. Thanks again for joining us today, folks. God bless you, and see you next time on the TTJ Tech Show. Take care. Bye-bye, everybody.